Welcome back to Mark Fisher Outdoors, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. Today is July 16th, and it is the first day of ICAST, the International Convention of Allied Sports Fishing Trades, the ICAST show. It's starting today, like I said, July 16th, running through July 19th at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida. It is the world's largest sports fishing trade show, and it happens every year around this time. And we are going to do a sneak preview of some of the baits that are going to be previewed and featured at the ICAST show. Stick around, guys. You're going to want to see these. Welcome back to MFO, everybody. This is our ICAST preview show where we're just doing baits today, guys, but some of the baits that we know are coming out at ICAST, and we want to kind of give you just a preview of those, and then we can kind of look as the week goes on to see which of these baits, if any, kind of jumped out as being showstoppers as ICAST continues. So guys, before we talk about these baits that are coming out at ICAST, if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. That is the best way that you can support what we're doing here. We put content out Monday through Friday. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button so that you know when we put that out. And if you would, share the video with a friend. Those things would be ways that you can help the channel out. We would greatly appreciate that. Let's start talking about some of the baits that are coming out at ICAST, what our opinions are, and why we're looking and paying attention to these baits. It's no surprise that there's a lot of forward-facing sonar types of baits coming out. I mean, that is the big thing that's going to be coming out at ICAST this year. So let's take a look at one of the baits that is new, and this is a bait that comes from Dirty Jigs, and this is the Dirty Jigs Tungsten HD Guppy. This looks a lot like the guppy head, the Matt Steffen guppy head from years and years ago, and it's designed for forward-facing sonar. The jig is made with tungsten. That's the big difference from the old guppy head. Its composition, it benefits use of forward-facing sonar because it's got heightened sensitivity, increased sonar return, and according to Dirty Jigs, that gives you a faster bite detection. Bait is going to be retailing for $7.99 for a pack of these Dirty Jigs Tungsten HD Guppy heads. In my opinion, that would be a head that I would be using a lot for a Demiki rig type of presentation. As long as we're on this, I'm going to skip to another one that's very, very similar, and that's the Northland Mel Inator. To be honest, guys, there's always been, back in the day when Matt Steffen came out with the guppy head, the Northland Mel Inator, these two baits had very, very similar designs. This is the jig head that Gussie won the 2023 Bassmaster Classic on. Again, like the Dirty Jigs guppy head, it allows that bait to sit completely horizontal in the water. We know that when suspending smallmouth are feeding, they feed up on schools of bait fish, and so hanging or mopping the Mel Inator above actively feeding fish, it's proven to yield serious bites and big tournament weights. The premium components of the Mel Inator are really what makes this jig head stand out from the other. It features a very, very sharp Gamakatsu hook. It's a lifelike 3D holographic eyes and those sculptured gill plates. Again, very, very similar to the guppy head. Comes in 1/8 of an ounce, 1/4 ounce, 3/8, and 1/2 ounce with 5 different hook sizes, ranging from 1/0 to 5/0. Staying in this category a little bit, from Z-Man, the Graph Shads. I kind of like these and I'm looking forward to trying these out. The Graph Shads. This is a pre-rigged jig with the Elastec soft bait. It's designed and recessed under the chin line, meaning that this plastic bait fits right on to the jig head for a perfect fit. Again, a 90-degree line angle. That buoyant elastic body stays level, gives you that ultra lifelike realism, and the balanced baitfish head is molded from varying combinations of precision alloys. And again, that head mates exactly with the body of the bait. It comes in 8 different color match bodies. So you've got the color of the bait matching the color of the head, and it comes in 3/16, quarter ounce, and 3/8 ounce. That bait is selling for $6.99. That's going to be a bait that I'm going to want to take a look at, especially given that Elastec and that ability for that bait to last a long time. Strike King is coming out with the Strike King homing minnow. I like the idea of this too. It's got kind of a boot tail on it, but which kind of makes it a little bit different. But it's again a molded type bait, all in one. What they call a hyper-realistic minnow profile that stands out vividly on live scope, enabling the angler to keep the bait in the water column and presenting a lot of opportunities to be just devoured by those hungry bass that you are fishing using forward-facing sonar. Again, a 90-degree line angle tie keeps the minnow floating horizontally. This is a 3-inch bait with a quarter ounce weight. Comes pre-rigged with a 2/0 hook. Looking at some soft plastics, again in this forward-facing sonar kind of line. Obviously, the Crush City Mooch Minnow is a big one. It's one that we've been hearing about a lot, but it is coming out. That's a bait that's been used a lot by pros so far. The other one that I liked that I'm going to be watching and listening for a lot is the Evergreen Last Ace 128S. This is a slow sinking swim bait. It's crafted from tough material, withstand the rigors of frequent use, super realistic looking, advanced design, and it's available in 7 colors. This is a little bigger bait, a 5-inch length bait, and again comes in 7 different colors. From Evergreen, you know it's going to be a little bit more expensive. Those baits are going for $11.99, but I'm going to be looking at that Evergreen Last Ace 128. I also, and we've done an episode in the past on Great Lakes Finesse, and Great Lakes Finesse is coming out with their hover minnow. It's called the Great Lakes Finesse Hover Minnow. I want to try this using a core tackle hover rig. It features concave belly. This bait is going to enhance the action that the core tackle hover rig gives you, and I'm really looking forward to trying this out. It's going to have that same rolling, darting, gliding kind of action. Be on the lookout, guys, for that Great Lakes Finesse hover minnow. Here's a bait that is not a forward-facing sonar bait that I'm going to be watching for and I'm going to be looking to get. It's from Rapola. It is the PRX jowler. This is a spook type bait, got a concave body that's going to do some splashing and things like this. It's got a unique mouth design that creates maximum surface disturbance. It allows you to work the bait like a walk the dog motion, but also get kind of a popping motion like a pop-R, or at least when you're walking the dog, it's giving you more splash off of that. So I've seen this bait in action, and I guess what I would say is you're getting that walk the dog action, but you're also getting a lot more splash as you twitch that bait right to left as you're working it. This is a bait that I'm gonna be paying attention to and I'm gonna be getting and taking a look at. I think that this is a good topwater bait to, that's going to probably be more effective than just a spook type bait. And then finally, again, another bait that isn't designed specifically for forward-facing sonar. This is the Allterrain Finesse football jig. These baits are kind of unique and just starting to come out. I've been hearing a little bit about them this year. You can see the unique design on the head, that dimpled type of a head. It's got a very, very sharp hook. This is a finesse type jig. It's got two different types of skirting material, whether it's silicone or the hybrid silicone cut with round rubber. It's available in 8 different colors, 3 sizes, 1/4 ounce, 3/8 and 1/2 ounce. And it's going to be retailing for about $5.99. So I'm going to be paying attention to that all-terrain finesse football jig. So these are just some of the baits that I looked at that caught my attention that are coming out at ICAST. And we'll kind of, like I said, we'll kind of see at the end of the show which, if any of these baits stand out to the many, many thousands of people that are going to ICAST, and we'll see what ends up being best of show and things like that. Guys, if you have any comments about these baits or any other baits that you've seen, love to have you share them. We appreciate you tuning in to the channel. We'll have another episode coming out tomorrow. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.